Chao.
Yes, hello, teacher.
How are you, Ming Nok?
I feel really great, as fit
Good.
as a fiddle.
As fit as a fiddle. That's great. Chung Hu. Chao Gon. Chung Hu.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Chung Hu?
I'm fine. Thanks.
Good. That's good. And Bao Lang. Xin
Hello,
chao, Bao
teacher.
Lang.
Hello, teacher.
Hello. Kong Te Nao.
I'm doing great.
That's great. Okay. What did you do for the long weekend, Bao Lang?
I do nothing.
Nothing.
Yes, I just
Okay.
go to school and go back home and sleep.
Ah, okay. So did you go away anywhere?
No.
No. Okay, that's a shame. Ming Nok, what about you?
I got my revision and got my final test in my school.
Your final test. Okay. How was it, Ming Nok? How was your final test?
I think it can be acceptable.
Okay, good, good. Okay, can you turn your camera on, please, everybody? Mọi người. Ha Ling, xin chào.
Hello, teacher.
How are you?
I'm good. Thanks.
Good. And what did you do for the long weekend, Ha Ling?
I use my holiday for relaxing and just go to sleeping.
Just sleeping. Okay. Okay. I think I saw a picture of some beach in Vietnam, a beach over the long weekend, and it was just crowded. Just too many people on the beach. I'm not sure where in Vietnam, but was it very hot, Ha Ling? Was it very hot last weekend?
I know that pictures, I think is Samson Beach.
It looked like there were thousands of people there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the seasons this so hot, so everybody want to
The beach, but yeah, too many people. Too many people. Okay. Ming Tam. Chào Gon, Ming Tam. Can you hear me, Ming Tam? Chung Hu, can you turn your camera on, please? Ming Tam, can you hear me? Thank you, Chung Hu. Come in. Ming Tam, can you hear me? I can see you, but I can't hear you. I'll just send her a message and then we will start the class. Hear me. I can't hear you. Kang Eun, xin chào.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Kang Eun?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. And who else? Zhao Ming.
Hello, teacher.
Chào Gon, Zhao Ming. How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Good. Okay, everyone, welcome to class. Great to see you again. I hope some of you were able to relax over the long weekend and catch up on some sleep. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be continuing. We have a new writing task 1 for you. This time we'll be looking at a table. Okay, something new, and we'll also be continuing with how to do speaking task 2, which is the long speaking section where you have to talk for 2 minutes. So we'll be looking at how you do that and also doing a little bit of practice on that. Before we start on the class, does anyone have any questions? Okay, everyone, let's start. Okay, thank you for your message, Ming Tam. I'm sorry you have a sore throat. Okay, so before we start the class for today, I just want to remind you that you need to practice English 10 minutes every day if you want to become fluent, and you especially need to learn new vocabulary. Remember, everyone, vocabulary or learning new words is the key to being able to speak English well, and also to be able to get a good mark in any test, especially the Ielts test. So like I say, the key is to learning new vocabulary, new words. So please, everyone, if you want to improve, just read or listen to some English 10 minutes every day, especially something that interests you. Okay, maybe you are interested by fashion, you are interested in movies, you are interested in some sort of sport. Read something in English about one of your favorite subjects 10 minutes every day. Much easier when it's about a favorite subject, much more interesting for you. And keep a note of the new vocabulary that you learn. And if you do this 10 minutes every day, you will improve. You will get better. So today we're going to be looking at a table. This table in particular. First of all, though, I just want to share something else with you. I'll have a quick look here and show you how the answer to a table actually works. Okay, so this table, I'll make it a little bit bigger actually, so you can see. Ming Nok, can you see that clearly enough? Ming Nok?
Ah, yes, I can see it.
Okay, great. Can you please read the title of the table for me?
Yes, sure.
This
The
here.
table below gives information about the average annual spending of university students in 3 different countries.
Good, thank you. Okay, Chung Hu. Chung Hu. Chung Hu, oi.
Yeah.
Okay, Chung Hu. In looking at the table, what are the names of the 3 different countries?
The 3 different countries. Country A, B, and C.
Correct. Okay, these are the 3 different countries, everyone. Country A, country B, country C. Okay. Bao Lang.
Yes.
Okay, Bao Lang. Looking at this table, how many different sorts of living costs are there? How many? How many different sorts of living costs?
Sorry, teacher, my internet is unstable. Can you repeat the question?
Sure. Looking at the table, Bao Lang, how many different types of living costs are there in this table? How many?
3.
No, not 3. Try again, Bao Lang. There are 3 countries. How many different living costs, though? Can you
7.
see 7? Not 7. Not 7, Bao Lang. One more try. One more try, Bao Lang. Not 7. The different types of living costs. Any idea, Bao Lang?
Not really.
Okay, I'll try someone else. So not 3 and not 7. Haling. Haling.
Yes.
How many different living costs are there in this table?
0. I can see anything.
You're not sure, Haling?
Oh, yes.
Okay, Kang Ewan.
I think it's 5.
Correct, everyone. It's 5. What are they, Kang Ewan? It is 5.
They are accommodation, food, books, leisure, and others.
Correct. Very good. Bao Lang, does that make sense to you now?
Yes.
Okay, you can see there are 5 different types of living costs. You can see here, everyone, it says different living costs, and there are 5. 1, accommodation, food, books, leisure, and others. So, Jiaming.
Yes.
Jiaming. Okay, looking at the table, which country spends the most on living costs? Or sorry, I should be more specific. The students, university students in which country spend the most? Which country?
This country A.
Is correct. How much do they spend, Xiaoming?
They spend 5,000.
Correct. They spend $5,000 US. Ming Nok,
Yes.
what country, the students in what country spend the least on living costs?
It's the country C.
Correct. Is country C. How much, Ming Nok?
And they spend 1,500.
$1,500.
Oh, yes, sorry.
Yeah, excuse me. Do you know the other way of saying this, Ming Nok? 1,500. 1,500.
Yes, 1,500.
Yeah, 1,500 or 1,500. You can say either. They are both the same. 1,500
Yes.
or 1,500. That's great. Kang Hu.
Yeah.
The students in which country spend the most on accommodation?
Student in country A spend the most.
Correct. Students in country A, everyone. I'm just doing this to make sure you all understand the table. Students in country A spend 45%, okay, of their income on accommodation. Bao Lang.
Yes.
Okay. In which country do students spend 28% of their income on food?
It's country B.
Correct. Which country, Haling?
Yes.
Which country spends the most on books?
It's country C.
Correct. And which country, Ming Tam? Oh, sorry, Ming Tam, you don't want to talk. Let me know, Ming Tam, by the way, if your voice gets better and you feel like talking. Kang Ewan.
Yes.
Which country spends the most on leisure?
Is country B.
Country B, correct, everyone. They spend 23% of their income on leisure. Okay, so everyone seems to understand the table correctly, so that's good. It's not a difficult table to read. This one is quite easy. So remember, as always, in a task 1 essay, your first paragraph, this one here, okay, is a paraphrase. It's a paraphrase of this. So instead of giving information, Xiaming.
Yes.
Okay, Xiaming. So we're going to compare this title with the paraphrase below, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so what word have they used instead of gives information in the paraphrase? What synonym have they used?
They use compare.
Correct. Okay, so instead of saying gives information, they've used the word compares. Very good. Okay. Instead of average annual spending, Ming Nok.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah. Instead of average annual spending, what phrase have they used in the paraphrase to replace average annual spending?
I think they use the percentage of expenditure.
Correct. They've used this one, percentage of expenditure. So you can see, everyone, how this is just a paraphrase of this. Okay? Instead of gives information, they've used compares. Instead of average annual spending, they've said percentage of expenditure. Instead of saying university students, Chung Hu,
Yes, teacher.
what have they used instead of university students? Instead of saying university students, what does the paraphrase say?
The parent is country A.
No. Remember, this is the paraphrase here, Chung Hu. Okay, so what phrase in the paraphrase has replaced university students?
Uh,
Remember, the paraphrase, all the paraphrase is giving the same information but using different words and different phrases. Any idea, Chung Hu? Instead of university students, what does the paraphrase say?
I have no idea.
Okay. Okay, Bao Lang.
Yes.
Okay. University students has been changed into what in the
Uh,
paraphrase? Bao Lang?
in college students.
Correct. Okay. Chung Hu, I hope this makes sense. Instead of university students here, they've changed it to college students here. Okay. College students, university students means the same thing. So remember, everyone, and Chung Hu especially, okay, you need to use synonyms. Synonyms is the first way you can paraphrase something. So that is the first paragraph. Next paragraph, okay, which I'm sure you all remember, is the overview paragraph. The overview paragraph. And this is where you say what the main features of the table are. The main features. They have started this with overall. Overall. Ha Ling.
Yes.
What is the other way you can start this paragraph?
It can be clearly seen that.
Congratulations. Well done, Ha Ling. That is exactly right. You start the overview paragraph with either overall or it can be clearly seen that. Okay, they are the two ways to start this paragraph. They are the only two ways you need to know. Makes it very easy. You know exactly how to start this paragraph. Okay, so they have here how many features of the table, Kang Uan, how many features of the table have they chosen for the overview paragraph? How many? If you look at this paragraph, how many features have they chosen? How many?
The 3.
3. Not 3, Kang Uan. Not 3. Xiaoming.
Yes.
How many features from the table have they chosen to write about in the overview paragraph? How many?
I think it's 2.
2 is correct, Xiaoming. Okay. Kang Uan, so the first feature is this one, okay?
Yeah.
The total spending of students in country A was higher than in countries B and C. And this is the second one, so only 2. In all the countries, the students spent the highest proportion of their budget, which means they spent the most money on accommodation and food. Okay, so all they've done in the overview paragraph, and this is all you need to do too, is highlight 2 or 3 main features. That's all you need to do. Okay, so you always choose the ones that are the most obvious, And you will notice, as I'm sure I mentioned to you before, in the overview paragraph, there are no figures used, no numbers. You save the numbers for the 2 detail paragraphs. Okay, so again, just quickly looking at the overview paragraph, it's easy to see that students in country A spent much more money than students in country B and C. Students in country A spent how much, Ming Nok?
Well, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, students in country A spent how much?
They spent 5,000 US.
Correct.
It's dollar.
Correct. Good. Okay, this is nice. This is a nice, easy table, everyone. You shouldn't have too many problems with this. Thank you, Ming Nok. That's correct. So you can see students in country A, the expenditure or spending was higher than B and C. And in all the countries, the students spent most of their budget on accommodation and food. Okay, very easy to see. Okay, country A 45%, 35% for B, 30% for C. Okay, on accommodation and food. So total these together. If you add these together, that is 60. Country A spent 67% of their budget just on accommodation and food. Okay, which means they only spent this just over 30% on everything else. And the same sort of thing for the other countries. So that is the 2 main features of this graph. All right, then all you need to do, actually, I think this paragraph here, detail paragraph number 2, I think is too long. Remember, you are only supposed to, can you remember, Kang Uan, can you remember about how long a task 1 essay should be? Can you remember?
Is
How many words? Can you remember?
150 words.
Is correct. Good, Kang Uan. Very good. See, and this one here is 196. Too long. It's too long. And it's too long because they've written here. This is way too long, this paragraph. So I think this is not a great answer. Okay, it's too long, and these 2 paragraphs should be about the same length. Detail paragraph 1 and detail paragraph 2 should be about the same length. So again, as I was saying before, you will notice there are no numbers in the overview paragraph. No numbers. Okay, you keep all the numbers for the detail paragraphs. Okay. Ding Ming, Chao Gorn. How are you, Ding Ming?
Hello, teacher. I'm fine.
All right.
Thank you.
Good.
Sorry.
Good. Welcome to class.
Yeah, thank you, teacher. Sorry, teacher. I can't. Late.
Okay. I'll make this a little bit bigger so you can all read it. Now, this is the table that you are going to be writing about, everyone. Okay. Ding Ming, since you are here, can you please read the title of this graph, Ding Ming?
The title is
Yeah, it's here. Here.
the percentage of
No, here, Ding Ming, is the title.
expenditure. The
Just here,
title
Ding Ming.
is
Yeah, here.
the percentage of expenditure. I can see the screen.
You can't see the screen, Ding Ming?
Yes.
I'll stop the share and start it again, okay? So you're looking at the title. Okay, should be able to see it now.
Yes, I can see.
Okay, can you read me the title, please, Ding Ming?
The title is table below give information about pollution of New Zealand in 2021 and 2022.
Okay, almost correct, Ding Ming. What is this word here? Not you
Population.
said okay, you said pollution, which is not
Oh,
correct.
sorry. Yes.
Okay, it's population. Population. What does population mean? Ming Nok. What does population mean?
It means the people who live there.
It means how many people live there.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, correct. Well, how many people live there? Good, Ming Nok. That's great. Okay. Bao Lang.
Yes.
Okay, so remember the first thing we have to do is paraphrase this title. Okay? We have to paraphrase
Yes.
this. This is going to be the first sentence or the introduction of our writing task 1. So can you think of a paraphrase for this phrase, Bao Lang? Can you just think of one? Instead of saying gives information, what can we say? Can you think of a way?
I think the table below compare.
Compares. Good. Compares what? Say.
Compares how many people in New Zealand.
You're on the right track, Bao Lang, but not quite. Okay, but compares is good. Using that well, Bao Lang. That's good. The table does compare. The table does compare. There are, by the way, everyone, there are several different ways you can paraphrase this. There is no one correct way. There are several different ways. So if you can think of a different way of doing it that makes sense, is fine. Ha Ling.
Yes.
Okay, if you just wanted to paraphrase these 2 words, can you think of some synonym? Gives information.
Show data, I think.
Correct. Very good, Harling. That is exactly correct. The table below shows data. Okay, is one excellent way of doing it. Okay. Kang Uan.
Yes.
Population of New Zealand. What is another way you could say that? How could you paraphrase that? Population of New Zealand.
I think is the how
Mhm.
many
Yes,
people live
yes.
in New Zealand.
Kang Uan, that is exactly correct. Very good, Kang Uan. Perfect. How many people live in New Zealand? So one way you could paraphrase this, and remember I said there are several different ways you could do this, but one way is to say the table shows data about how many people live in New Zealand in 2021 and 2022. Okay. The table, by the way, though, shows changes. You will see here, okay? It talks about the change between 2021 and 2022. So it would probably be even better if you could put the word changes into your paraphrase somewhere, okay? Because that is actually what the table is about. The table shows how the population of New Zealand has changed between 2021 and 2022. So that's another way of paraphrasing it. Bao Lang.
Yes.
Okay, just going back to your compares word, which was an excellent word. Okay, I'm just going to give you another way of paraphrasing this. Okay, using compares. Okay, so I could say the table below compares changes in the population of New Zealand between, what is the end of the sentence, Bao Lang? The table below compares changes in the population of New Zealand between,
Between 2021 and 2022.
excellent, Bao Lang. That is exactly correct. Okay, so Bao Lang, does that make sense? How to paraphrase this now to you?
Yes.
Good. Kang Uan, you understand?
Yes.
Good. Xiaoming, does this make sense to you? Okay. Ding Ming.
Yes.
Okay, Ding Ming, does this make sense to you, what I'm showing you? I'm showing you how to paraphrase this title. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, Ding Ming. So you need to know how, for your first paragraph, you need to know how to write this in different words. So for example, I can say the table below shows data about changes in the number of people living in New Zealand between 2021 and 2022. Okay, so I'm saying the same thing, but using different words. That's what you all need to understand. And as I said before, there are several different ways you can do this. Several different ways. I've just given you a couple of examples, though. Okay, now for our overview paragraph, everyone, we need to list the 2, 3, or 4 most important things. Meng Nok.
Yes.
Okay, looking at the table, Meng Nok, looking at the table, what is the first main thing that you notice?
I noticed about the age groups.
The age groups, yeah. What about them?
They have all ages and 4 different age group, including
Okay.
under 15. Yeah.
Okay. So you are looking at the structure of the table. What I'm looking at, Ming Nok, is what the table is telling us. Okay? The information the table is telling us. So for that, you have to look at this column, everyone. Remember, the table is giving us information about changes in the population of New Zealand. Okay? So, Ming Nok, going back to you, what is
Yes.
the first main change you can see?
The main thing is New Zealand, they have plus 0.6% in their population.
Okay, so the population has changed by 0.6%. Is that right, Mingnok?
Yes.
Okay. Has the population grown or got less?
So the population grown.
Good. Okay, so the first thing you notice is the population has grown by 0.6%. Chung Hu.
Yeah.
Okay, Chung Hu, you can see looking at the table, the population has grown by 0.6%. Can you see that, Chung Hu?
Yeah.
Okay. Is 0.6%, is that a big change or a small change, do you
I
think?
think it's a small change. Very
Good.
small.
It is very small change, only 0.6%, less than 1%. So the population of New Zealand hasn't changed very much. Okay, so that, by the way, everyone, is not a major feature of this table. So you would not write about this in your overview paragraph. Okay, you would not write about it. And why wouldn't you write about it? Because there's only been a very slight change. Only a very slight change. Okay. Bao Lang,
Yes.
what is the next feature of the table that you notice? So the first feature we notice is the population has grown very slightly. Okay, that's the first feature we notice. What's the next feature? What's the next thing you notice?
The age group 65 plus had rose 4%.
4%. Okay. And why is that significant, Dalan? Why is that significant?
I think is bigger than others.
Correct. You are on the right track, Baolang. Okay, so you can see what Baolang is talking about. 65 plus. That's how you pronounce it, by the way, Baolang. When you see this, you just say 65 plus. 65 plus. So the 65 plus age group, which means people aged over 65, 65 plus, that has grown more than any other age group. So this is something you would write about in your overview paragraph. Okay? The population group or the age group that has grown the most in 1 year is old people, 65 plus. 65 plus. Okay. Thank you, Bao Lang. Ha Ling,
Yes.
what is another feature of this table?
I think the group of under 15 and 15 to 39 because it was reduced by minus 0.2%.
Okay, good. So they are the three main features of the table, everyone. So the first main feature is, you can see here, the population of New Zealand has increased. I'm sure you all remember this word, has increased. Has increased. What adverb can I use? Kang Ewan? Kang Ewan?
Yes.
The population of New Zealand has increased. What adverb can I use to describe 0.6%? What adverb can I use? Begins with S. Begins with S.
Is the slightly.
Correct. Very good, Kang Ewan. Excellent. Good memory. Okay, everyone can see the population of New Zealand has increased slightly, only 0.6%. All right. The next population group. And I think for this table, because we are writing two detail paragraphs always, we can divide the rest of the table into two. And the way we do that is we look at, well, we've got 4 groups here. Okay, so easiest way to divide them into two is people under 40 and people over 40. People under 40 and people over 40. Zha Ming, can you hear me?
Yes,
Zha
I can
Ming,
hear you.
oi.
Yeah.
Okay, does that make sense, Zha Ming? So
Yes.
we have even though we have 4 different groups of people here, it's actually easier to divide them into just 2 groups of people. People over 40 and people under 40. Okay, so looking at people under 40, Zha Ming,
Yes.
people under 40, what has happened to people under 40?
It's 40 increase.
Sorry, Zha Ming, what happened to them? People under 40. The number of people under 40, what has happened to them?
It's more than
What? Yeah, what is the word that begins with D that you need to use?
D.
Can you
Decrease.
remember? Sorry, Zha Ming, what is the word?
Decrease, I think.
Correct. Good. Decreased. The population under 40 has decreased by 0.2%. Okay? Has decreased by 0.2%. Okay? You could also use the adverb slightly for this. You could also use the adverb slightly, but you've already used slightly to describe this. So you will get a better mark if you can think of another adjective or adverb. And the one I'm going to show you here in chat, everyone, is this. I will send it to you in chat. Ding Ming.
Yes.
Can you see the word I've sent you in chat?
I can see.
You can't see in chat, Ding Ming?
I can see a shark.
Okay, the word is pronounced shrank. Little bit hard to say, I know, shrank. Can you say that, Ding Ming? Shrank, shrank. Ding Ming,
Yes.
can you pronounce the word, please? Shrank,
Frank.
shrank, shrank.
Frank.
Close. Ming Nok,
Shrink.
shrank, shrank. I know, a little bit hard to say. Shrank. You start off like you're going to say the word she, and then you put an R after the sh sound. Shrank, shrank. Kung Hu, can you try, please? Shrank,
Frank.
shrank. Bao Lang,
Frank.
Bao Lang.
Strength.
Good. Ha Ling.
Shrink.
Good. Perfect. Kang Uan.
Shrank.
Good. Perfect also. Zha Ming. Zha Ming.
Strength.
Good. Shrank. Shrank, everyone, means it got a bit smaller. Shrank means to get smaller. It shrank. Shrank is, by the way, past tense of the word shrink. Shrink is present tense. Shrank is past tense. If you are keeping a list of vocabulary, please add this to it. Okay? Shrank is another way of saying it decreased. It decreased. Shrank is a synonym for decreased. Okay? Means it got smaller. Shrank. Shrank. Like I say, I know a little bit hard to pronounce, but much easier to write. Much easier to write. Okay? So you can see here the population under 40 shrank by 0.2%. All right. And the third thing we are looking at here, the population over 40, where did I get to? Bao Lang. Bao Lang.
Yes.
What happened to the population over 40?
Is increased.
Increased. Good. It increased. Okay. And especially the population 65 plus increased by 4%. So those are the things you can put in your overview. I said before, maybe you would not include this line in your overview, but maybe you can. Okay. So you would say, it can be clearly seen the population of New Zealand increased. What is the adverb, Harling?
Slightly.
Correct. Good. Next sentence. The number of people under 40, Kang Uan,
Yes.
the number of people under 40, what is the new word I have just taught you?
They decrease.
Not decreased, Kang Uan. What was the word I just showed you? Can you remember?
Shrank.
Good, very good. Okay, shrank means decreased. Okay, but it's a good adjective to know. The population under 40 shrank. Shrank. You could either say slightly or shrank a little bit, which is what slightly means. Okay, and then finally, the population over 40 grew. So that is what you put in your overview paragraph. So what I want you to do, everyone, I'm going to stop this share unless you have any questions. All right, you should be able to see the document now on your screen. I'm going to send you okay, everyone, I've sent you the link in chat to this document. So what I want you to do now, everyone, is write the first 2 paragraphs of your answer. So I want the paraphrase, okay, and I want the overview. I want the paraphrase and overview, the first 2 paragraphs. So you should be able to do this quite easily. Well, I've discussed how to do the paraphrase with you and given you some of the words you can use, okay? And I've also shown you the information you need to put in your overview. So can you please write that now so I can see it? Okay, Ming Nok, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, just one small mistake, Ming Nok. One tiny mistake. The paraphrase is fine. It's to this. Do you know what the mistake is, Ming Nok?
I think it missed. I don't know how to say it. The tiny s.
Correct. It does, Ming Nok. Exactly. Thank you. Good. That's right, Ming Nok. Exactly right. Okay, please do the overview now, Ming Nok. Thank you. These changes. Okay, Bao Lang, you are on the right track. That's fine. Ha Ling. That's good, Harling. You remembered your plurals. That's good. Okay. Harling.
Yes.
Okay, just one change, Harling. This preposition here is not correct, okay, in the sentence.
Yeah.
What should it be? The graph
About,
below shows data. What should the next word be?
about, I think.
Correct. Good. Okay, Ding Ming. Ding Ming, oi.
Yes,
Okay.
sure.
What should this word here? What should it be?
It's data.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes,
Okay. Should be data.
yes, data.
Yeah.
Oh, my text is okay.
Okay, that's better.
Yes, thank you, teacher.
Okay. Chung Hu.
Yeah, teacher.
Okay, just looking at your paraphrase. The graph shows how much the population. Okay. It's not quite. I'll show you how to correct this, okay, Chung Hu?
Right.
Okay, Chung Hu. Can you read all this for me, please, Chung Hu? Can you read it to me?
The graphs show how much how the graphs show how much the population of New Zealand has changed between 2021 and 2022.
Good, Chung Hu. Okay, so that is correct now. That is correct. Okay, and the easiest way to pronounce this, by the way, Chung Hu, is 2021 and 2022. Okay? Okay, Chung Hu?
Right.
Instead of saying 2021, it's easier to say 2021 and 2022. And the last thing is you need to leave a gap between the paragraphs. Everyone, you must leave a space between the paragraphs. Leon, I didn't realize you joined the class. How are you, Leon?
I'm great, thank you.
Good. Okay, you understand what we are doing, Leon?
Yes, I can understand.
Okay, good. So remember, everyone, when you are writing your overview paragraph, no numbers, no numbers. Except, of course, you can talk about the numbers in the groups, such as under 15 or under 40 or over 40. You can say that, but you don't need to mention any other numbers from the graph. You are just describing the changes without using the numbers. Okay, Ming Nok, back to you.
Yes.
Okay, Ming Nok, so the adverb always comes after.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
so slightly, so it should be went up slightly. Okay, not slightly went up. Does that make sense, Ming Nok? The adverb always comes second.
Yes.
Okay, the adjective comes first, but when you use the adverb, it comes second. Okay. All right. And this one here, Ming Nok.
Con nói to Ngọc ơi. Sao
Hả?
con biết mình nói to thì thầy không nghe thấy.
Biết con nó đang hơi bé.
Hơi bé quá bác cũng không nghe thấy gì.
So, Ming Nok, remember
And then-
are is present tense, okay? What should you be writing in?
Oh, the word. Oh, I forgot about the present. The tense.
Correct, okay? Always present tense. Present tense is always easier because, of course, the graph is always something that happened in the past.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Oh, sorry, Ming Nok, it's still not correct. Not were. Not were.
Oh, so it's are.
No. Still begins with W. What is the past tense of are?
I think
Three
it was, but
three letters.
was, but
Yes, was.
it was,
It
but
was. Yeah.
I will feel that the others degrees. Yes. So I think it's are. I'm not sure.
Right. What was is correct. Was is correct, Ming Nok, okay?
Yes.
All right. Bao Lang. Bao Lang.
Yes.
Okay. Same thing. The adverb here, okay, comes second, comes after the verb. Okay.
Yes.
Not before. If this was an adjective, the adjective does come before the verb, but the adverb comes after the verb. I hope that makes sense. So
Yes.
it should be shrank slightly. Thank you, Bao Lang. Ha Ling.
Yes.
Okay. It can be clearly seen the population of people 40 to 64 increase slightly. This is the way to say it, Ha Ling. Okay?
Okay.
Increase slightly. Okay, increase slightly. There was a slightly shrank. Okay, good try, Ha Ling, but not quite correct.
Yeah. Sorry. Right.
Not quite. Good try, Ha Ling, but not quite. Good try. Okay, I'll show you. I'll show you. So this actually has to go at the end of the sentence. Okay, now you put in. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so this phrase has to come after this. After the subject of the sentence. The population under 40 years of age shrank slightly. Okay, now that is correct. Thank you, Ha Ling. Okay, Ding Ming.
Yes.
Okay, so Ding Ming, please remember to put a space, okay, between your paragraphs. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, it can be clearly seen that the population of New Zealand under the age of 40 shrank. Good. That's good so far. Shrank what?
Shrank is increase.
What is the adverb we've been talking about? Ding Ming? Shrank.
Shrank is
Okay. Begins with S. Begins with S.
Yes. Shrank.
No. Like this, Ding Ming, I mean. This is the adverb you need.
Shrank slightly.
Shrank slightly. Shrank
Yes.
slightly. Okay, means it decreased a little bit. Means the same thing.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Okay, good. Keep going, Ding Ming.
Okay.
Kang
Thank you.
Ewan. Kang Ewan. Kang Ewan, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good. It can be clearly seen that the population of New Zealand at the age of 40 shrank slightly. Good. Good sentence, Kang Ewan. While the people over this age increased. Not quite correct. It is okay, Kang Ewan?
Yes.
The number of people over this age increased, not the people over this age increased. You have to say the number of people over this age to increase. All right, Ming Tam.
She has sore throat, teacher.
I saw that. Thank you, Mrs.
Yeah,
Lam.
okay.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just letting her know I'm looking at her work. The graph below shows information about how many people live in New Zealand during the period. Good, Ming Tam. That is correct. That the population of New Zealand, okay, have to do this, Ming Tam. Between the age, and this has to be plural because there are two ages, has to be an S. Between the ages of 44 increased. However, and again, need to use this word, Ming Tam. Okay, now it is correct, Ming Tam. Zhang Hu. Here you've seen the population increased.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just looking at your overview paragraph. The population increased. Okay, don't need to say about the 2 years, Zhang Hu. Don't need to put that in. Okay, or you've already mentioned here about between 2021 and 2022. So it can be clearly seen the population okay, and remember it's past tense. So it has to be has increased. For all ages. However, the population under 40 has decreased a little. Remember, no figures, Chung Hu. Okay, in the overview paragraph, no numbers. Past tense has to be rose, not rise. Not rapidly, Chung Hu. Rapidly, remember, is to do with the speed of change. Okay? So hasn't increased rapidly. Has increased the most. Chung Hu, does that make sense what I've done?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Lian, increased over. Okay, that's good, Lian, so far. Xiao Ming. Okay, Xiaoming, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good, Xiaoming. So please remember to leave a space here between the paragraphs.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, first thing, be careful with your spelling. Okay, and this needs to be capital letters.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, because it's a proper name. Okay? It shows data, needs to be plural. The graph below shows data about how many people live in New Zealand. Okay, but it can be clearly seen the population. Okay, have to change this, remember? Okay, well, the number of people over the age of 40 increase. Okay, so rapidly is not the correct adverb. Rapidly is about speed. Okay, so you need to say something like this: increased the most. Okay, Xiaoming?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, good. Okay, thank you, everyone. You can stop writing. I will come back to this next week. All right? Come back to this next week. I know some of you have finished, some of you have almost finished, and some of you are a little bit finished. So we'll finish this next week because I want to do some speaking with you now, everyone. But I hope you all have the right idea. Okay, and it looks like you do. I'm glad everyone has started their overview paragraph with either overall or it can be clearly seen, which is great. Okay, I'm glad you all remember how to do that. And as I've said to some of you, please remember to put a space, leave a space between the two paragraphs. If you don't do this in the test, they will take a mark off you. This counts as part of punctuation. Okay, so please remember to leave a space between all the paragraphs. In any essay, must have a space, a blank space. Okay. All right, everyone. What we're going to be doing now is just very quickly a little bit more about part 2 of the speaking test. All right, remember we started this a couple of weeks ago. So I'll just very quickly go back to the beginning of this just to remind you. Okay, so for part 2 of the speaking test, just in case some of you have forgotten, okay, you will receive a card with the main topic and 4 bullet points. You have 1 minute to prepare your answer, and then you need to speak for 2 minutes. Many students, okay, find this difficult because they run out of things to say by the time they get to bullet point number 4. Okay, run out of things to say. All right, so for example, okay, this is an example of a card, a cue card, by the way, is what the official name is, cue card, but just card is fine. Okay, your card might say, describe an interesting movie you've been to see. Okay, you need to say what genre or type the movie was. Was it a comedy? Was it a horror? Was it a rom-com? Okay, where was it? What was it about? And explain why you found it interesting. All right, now sometimes if you just follow the 4 bullet points exactly, you will find that you answer all these bullet points and you still have only talked for about 1 minute. So the secret is you don't have to answer all these bullet points or any of them. You do have to answer the first part of the question. Okay, describe an interesting movie you've been to see, but you don't need to answer the rest of them. Remember, the IELTS test is just a test of communication, how well you can communicate in English. They don't care if you don't answer all these exactly. What they want to hear you do is just communicate fluently and clearly and with as many, as little mistakes as possible for 2 minutes, okay? And they just want you to talk about the main part of the topic. So this is the secret. This is the secret to answering these questions. You don't have to follow these. You can, if you like, you can. But I'm saying you don't have to, because sometimes when people follow these, they run out of things to say. So you need to maybe make up your own bullet points. Okay. Here's another example for all of you. Okay. This is another card. These, by the way, these are called bullet points. This is where I get the name bullet points from. These little dots are called bullet points. All right. Describe something you own which is very important to you. Say where you got it, how long you've had it, what you use it for, why it's important. Okay. Very easy to not have enough information if you just talk about these bullet points. Okay. I can talk about these for maybe 30 seconds. I've still got 1.5 minutes to talk. So, for example, if I talk about my mobile phone, I can say, oh, I got it from a shop. I've had it for 2 weeks. I use it for making phone calls and sending texts. And it's important to me because I can stay in contact with other people. Okay, I've answered all 4 bullet points. It's taken me about 10 seconds. What am I going to do for the rest of the 2 minutes? So you need to make up your own bullet points. And I will show you more about that shortly. Okay, what is the easiest way to make up your own bullet points? So the easiest way to make up your own bullet points, okay, I'm skipping through this a little bit fast, I know, but I want to get you talking before the end of the lesson. The easiest way to make up your own bullet points is to have some sort of story that you can tell about whatever the main topic is. Now, some of you did this for me last week. Ming Nok.
Yes.
Okay, you did this very well last time. I remember Ming Nok. Can you remember what you talked about? This one?
Well, I remember that I talked a story about my wallet.
Correct. You told me the story about your wallet and how maybe you thought you had lost it, but you hadn't. Okay? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, I remember the story very well because it was very good, Ming Nok. Okay?
Yes,
So
thank you.
So what I'm trying to say, everyone, what Ming Nok did very well last time, okay, she talked about her wallet, which is very important to her. And then for the next 2 minutes, she told a story about what happened when she thought she had lost her wallet and how she got it back. Okay, and it took her 2 minutes to tell that story. What Ming Nok didn't do, she didn't really use these bullet points. Okay, maybe she used 1 or 2 of them, but only the ones she found useful. What she was able to do was to fill up the 2 minutes by telling a story about something which was very important to her and what had happened to it. So, because it was a real story and something that she could remember very easily, she was able to talk for 2 minutes just telling the story. Now, I know some of you are better at telling stories than others, and this is what we will practice. Anyone can practice to tell a story and make it last for 2 minutes. So even if you are feeling a little bit shy and you're not too sure about your English vocabulary, you can learn to do this. Everyone can. Some people can do it better than others, okay? But everyone can learn to do it, All right. So what we're going to do just for the last part of the lesson, just very quickly. Okay. We're going to do this. Everyone, please look at this. Describe a country you would like to visit. Describe a country you would like to visit. Okay, so I want you to think of a country and I want you to tell me a short story about why you want to visit this country. Let me give you a quick example. A country I would like to really visit is Japan. I would really like to visit Japan because I have a cousin who lives in Japan and I haven't seen her for many, many years. When we were children, we were very close growing up together. We used to go and play at the beach together, and then afterwards we would go to get an ice cream. So we were very close when we were children. But then when she got older, she moved to Japan with her family. And when she went to Japan, she went to school, and then she went to university, and then she got a job, but she was too busy and never left Japan. So I haven't seen her for a long time. So I hope you can see, everyone, that is the story that I have told about why I want to visit Japan. Now, you will notice that the story has been mostly about my cousin. That doesn't matter. I have still answered the main part of the question, which is describe a country I would like to visit. Okay, I want to visit this country because that's where my cousin, who I haven't seen for a long time, lives. And I have filled up the time by talking about my cousin and what we did when we were children and then how we never saw each other when we got older. Does that make sense, Bao Lang, to you?
Yes.
Okay, so everyone, I just want you to do this quickly. I know we've only got a quarter of an hour left for the lesson, but I want you all now to think of a country and then think of some story you can tell me that relates to that country. Don't need to speak for 2 minutes, okay, everyone? Only need to speak for up to 1 minute if you can. If you can't speak for 1 minute, that doesn't matter. I would like you to try, but the main thing I want you to try is to think of some story that can be associated with a country you would like to visit, and a story that you think that with a bit of practice you can turn into a 2-minute talk, just like I did about the story of my cousin. So I hope that makes sense. Ming Nok, I'm going to start again with you, okay?
Yes.
Are you ready, Ming Nok, by the way? Can you do it now?
Can you give me 30 seconds to...
Okay, I will. Okay, so it's going to be Ming Nok, then Chang Hu, then Bao Lang, then Ha Ling are the first 4 speakers, okay? Ming Nok, Chang Hu, Bao Lang, and Ha Ling. So I don't want you to talk for any more than a minute, okay? Only up to 1 minute. But I want you to have some sort of story that you can associate with a country you would like to visit. And again, the example I gave to you was, I want to visit Japan because that's where my cousin, who I haven't seen for many years, now lives. And so the story I told was about my cousin and how we grew up. Okay, I didn't talk much about the country. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. As long as I am communicating a story in correct English, that is what I will be judged on. Ming Nok, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, Ming Nok. Whenever you're ready, please start. Tell me about a country you would like to visit.
So the country I'd like to visit the most is Korean. I want to meet my idols. It's BTS. I start following them since 2013, where they were just a debut group. I have collected their merchandise and goods and also their albums. I can say that I'm barely obsessed with them when I was a secretary girl. I
Okay.
enjoyed the amazing, yes,
Okay, Mengnock, I'm going to stop you there. That was excellent, Mengnock. Okay, very good.
yes,
Okay, so everyone, you heard that Mengnock, the country she wants to visit is Korea, but then she talked about, what are they called, Mengnock? What is the
it's,
group called?
it's a BTS.
BTS, of course. Sorry, I should remember that. BTS, okay? She started to talk about BTS and why she likes BTS and how she collects. Just one correction, Mengnock. Merchandise is how it's pronounced, okay? Merchandise, merchandise, okay? And about why she likes them. And Mengnock, I could tell, Mengnock, that you could easily talk for 2 minutes about BTS, okay? Easily. Okay, so you can see how Mengnock has used Korea to tell actually a story about one of her favorite musical groups, which she knows a lot about. Maybe Mengnock doesn't know much about Korea, but she knows a lot about BTS, and she can talk about that because it's connected to Korea. So that was exactly right, Mengnock. Well done.
Yes,
Chung
thank
Hu.
you.
Chung Hu.
Yeah.
Okay, Chung Hu, describe to me a country you would like to visit.
The country I would like to visit is um New York City, the USA. There are like three reasons why I want to go there. The first reason is I heard that they have many uh good places for we to watch, so as the freedom that here and the second reason is uh
Okay, Chung Hu, I need so I know what you're trying to do, Chung Hu, but I need for you next time we practice this to think of some story that you can tell me that has some connection to New York. So be careful, Chung Hu. Remember, New York is a city, it's not a country. Okay? So you would have to, if you're going to talk about a country, you would have to talk about America. Okay? Not New York. All right. Although you can talk about New York later, but first of all, you would have to say a country I would like to visit is America. Um, New York is in America, and New York is home to my favorite basketball team. Then you can talk about your basketball team. That is your story. Does that make sense, Chung Hu? Chung Hu. Chung Hu, oi. Okay, I will keep going. Bao Lang. Bao Lang.
Yes.
Okay, are you ready, Bao Lang?
Yes.
Okay, describe a country you would like to visit.
A country I really want to visit in the future is France. I like it because not only the romantic vibe, but also the stunning scenery in there. The main reason is because when I was a child, I have watched the movie which name is Ratatouille, and this movie tell me about a mouse when he worked as a chef, and this movie inspired me a lot about the French culture and especially in French cuisines. And I really hope that in the future I can
Okay,
try their.
Bao Lang, I will stop you
Yes,
there. Okay, Bao Lang, this is good. Okay, you have the right idea, Bao Lang. Okay, so you could easily spend more time, if you like, explaining to me the story of Ratatouille. Okay?
yes,
Okay, you told me it was about a mouse, but if you want to use up more time, you could say what happens to the mouse in the movie. Okay?
yes,
See what I mean? So you can easily, so you have the right idea, Bao Lang. Okay, you talk about you want to go to France, and France is where the movie Ratatouille is set. Okay, and Ratatouille is about, and you can talk all about the mouse and what happens to the mouse and his friends. Okay, the mouse is he,
Yes.
is he a cook? I'm trying to remember.
Yes.
Ratatouille, yeah, I remember Ratatouille. Yeah, it's a good movie. So you can easily, Bao Lang, spend 2 minutes just talking about Ratatouille. Okay, and that would be fine. That would be fine because you've already said that Ratatouille is connected to France. All right, then you just talk about the movie. So that is how you can fill up 2 minutes. Does that make sense? What I'm doing?
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you, Bao Lang. Okay, so Ha Ling is next. Then Ming Tam Kang Uan. Sorry, Ming Tam can't talk. Ha Ling, Kang Uan, Jia Ming, Ding Ming, Lian. Okay, Ha Ling.
Yes.
Okay, Ha Ling, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, describe a country you would like to visit.
I think the country I would like to visit is Japan, the birthplace of great food. I want to go to Japan with my mother because she and I are crazy about the food there, and we want to try famous dishes like sushi, sashimi, or special fried chicken. You must be thinking right now is you must be thinking that we can eat in Vietnam, right? But going abroad to eat your favorite food will be much more delicious, and I want to see the cherry blossoms. The scenes, the views, there is also beautiful, and the weather is also very comfortable. So
Okay, Ha Ling, I'll stop you there. Okay, stop you there. You have the right idea. What you need to do with your story, Ha Ling, okay, is tell me more about food. Okay, tell me more about food. Okay, I think food is your story. Okay, because you want to go there with your mother. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and you want to try some of the different dishes there. Okay, so next you need to tell me a time. This is just a suggestion, but a time that you and your mother had a really delicious meal. All right?
All right.
Okay, that becomes part of your story. You want to go to Japan because one of the reasons is that you want to try the delicious food. You know, my mother and I, we really like, trying different sorts of food. When we are in Vietnam, my mother and I, we often go out to a restaurant and we eat this very special chicken curry. All right, the chicken curry is so delicious the way they make it here in Vietnam. First of all, they cook the chicken and then they put in some herbs and some spices. See what I mean, Harling?
Yes.
So you can fill up time by just talking about the most delicious food that you and your mother have had. Okay? But
Okay.
at the start, and this is why it works, because you talked about you are going to Japan to try more delicious food. But this is why you like delicious food. And then you tell a story about maybe a meal you had with your mum. Does that make sense, Harling? Okay,
Yes.
this is how you can easily fill up the 2 minutes without trying to think, oh, what else can I see in Japan? I can see the cherry blossom. I can see the pagoda. I can see the old buildings. Okay, you just focus on one thing, which in your case is the food, and then talk about how much you like delicious food and what your favorite food is. Okay, so then very easy to fill up 2 minutes. Okay, with with without trying to think of all the things you might like to see in Japan. So that's what I want to try and practice with you. Does that make sense, Haling?
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you. Kang Ewan.
Yes.
Okay, describe a country you would like to visit, Kang Ewan.
The country I would like to visit is Japan because because I'm very impressed by the comics and the culture from this country, and I also really like their food such as sushi and sashimi, and especially um, Japan is also the hometown of my idol, so I really want to visit this place. By the way, um I really want to see the cherry blossoms, which is called sakura in the real life. Mm,
Okay, so what you are missing, Kang Ewan, is who is your idol?
uh, is he is a singer from Korea, but
Okay, and he lives in Japan?
yeah, he's
Okay, good. Okay, so this is your story, Kang Ewan. So what you need to do is tell me more about your idol, who he is, why he lives in Japan, if he lives in Korea, okay, if he used to live in Korea, why he lives in Japan, why you like his song so much, okay?
yes,
Okay, this is how to make your talk last for 2 minutes. Okay,
yes,
so that is the easy way to do it because obviously you know you are a fan of the singer, so you know a lot about him, so you can easily talk for him
yes,
up for 2 minutes. Okay, so don't need to worry about talking about the cherry blossom or anything like that. Okay, just talk about your idol who lives in Japan. Very easy.
yes,
Does that make sense, Kang Ewan?
yes, I understand.
Okay, good. We will practice this some more. Thank you, Kang Ewan. Ming.
Yes.
Okay, Ming, describe a country you would like to visit.
The country that I like to visit most is Japan. Japan is famous for food, street food, and entertainment, and the other thing. But the most attract me is the cherry blossom because of the stunning, beautiful of this flower. When the flower blossom bloom in January, that is the best time to travel to Japan and celebrate the New Year with family. And I have read that the appearance of cherry blossom is really important with the Japanese people because that is the time that Japanese people can relax and make a plan for the new year. Mm,
Okay, Ming. Again, same thing for you. What you are doing is okay, but you are already running out of things to say. You mentioned that you would like to go there on holiday with your family. What your story needs to be, and this is just my suggestion, is tell me about a special holiday you once went on with your family, Ming. You can say, I would like to really visit Japan and see the cherry blossoms with my family. My family and I, we've had some great holidays together. For example, one year we went to Dalat. We'd never been to Dalat before, but my family and I really enjoyed it because, do you see what I mean, Jaming?
yeah, yeah,
Okay, talk
yeah,
about just your family. Use Japan
yeah,
to talk about your family going on holiday.
yes,
All right, that is
okay,
the easy way, and then just describe from memory a great holiday that you once had with your family.
yeah, okay,
Okay, so remember, it doesn't have to all be about Japan as long as there is some connection, which you
yeah,
have already done. You said, I want to go visit Japan with my family. Okay, thank you, Xiaoming. All right, everyone. Thank you for being patient. Just 2 more to go. Ding Ming. Ding Ming.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Ding Ming. Describe for me, Ding Ming, a country you would like to visit.
The country I would like to visit is France. I would like to France because the first France is my go to France is my dream, and I think Frank have many beautiful landscape, and in addition, the place is also very romantic with the event or I don't know, but I think it have very uh many, and which is it's usually only I see the movies, and beside there are also very delicious break in here, and I really like to eat break. And in addition, I also want to book the street of Frank because this place is very beautiful and peaceful and has a good atmosphere. I'm finished.
Okay, not bad, Ding Ming, not bad. But I want you next time we do this, okay, to
Yes,
tell me some story, okay, that you
yes,
can connect to France in some way. So, for example, you mentioned to me about movies, okay? Tell
yes,
me, tell me about your favorite type of movie, okay?
yes. Okay.
A movie that you saw once, and that will make it very easy for you to fill up the 2 minutes.
Uh,
One of the reasons I want to go to France is because I like to see movies. I especially like movies. France is very good at making comedy movies, and a funny movie that I saw once is, and then just describe the movie to me. Okay,
yes. Okay.
so that is how you fill up the 2 minutes. I hope this makes sense, Ding Ming. Okay, thank you. Okay, and
Thank
last one,
you.
everyone, is Leon. Leon.
Yes.
Okay, Leon. Describe a country you would like to visit.
The country I like to visit is Korea because I like to watching like the movie about Korean food. So, and I really like um, and when I watch about the emotion when people eating Korean food, it's make me feel like hungry. So I really want to try it. But in Vietnam, it have so many Korean restaurants. But I think if I can try it in Korea, like it make me feel like satisfied because like Vietnamese food made by Vietnamese people is better than other country. So I really want to go to Korea to try their food.
Okay, Leon. So that is okay. All right. You described that pretty well, but I need to hear some examples.
Like uh like I don't know what is in English, but it's like a black noodle.
Okay, good. That is close enough. Who did you go and eat the black noodle with?
I go to eat black noodle with my sister in Vietnam.
Good. Okay. What does it taste like? What does it taste like?
Mm, it's a little bit bitter, bitter.
Okay, good. Now you are telling me the story, Leon, that I want to hear. Okay? This is
Yeah.
how you fill up your 2 minutes. You talk about this meal that you had, a Korean meal you had at a Vietnamese restaurant, okay, that you went to with your sister. It was black noodle. Black noodle tastes a little bit bitter, but maybe that's just the way they cook it in Vietnam. I would really like to try black noodle in Korea, and I would also like to take my sister with me because I often go eating with my sister, and we love trying different restaurants and different food together. Does that make sense, Leon, what I'm doing?
Yes.
I'm filling up the 2 minutes by telling the story of how I like to go eating with my sister. Okay? And that's very easy because you can do this straight away easily from your memory. You don't have to keep thinking, oh, what am I going to say next? What am I going to say next? Okay, you can already tell the story that is in your memory. Okay, everyone, sorry, we've gone a little bit over time, so I'm sorry about that, but I wanted to give everyone the chance to talk. So the main thing to remember from this speaking session is that when you get a topic, if you try to just think of a list of reasons, it's very hard often to talk for 2 minutes. You know, you want to go to Japan because you want to see the cherry blossom, you want to see the scenery, you want to see snow, you want to see Tokyo, okay? After 30 seconds, you run out of things to say. But if you can have some story that you can connect with Japan, some experience you've already had, it is much easier. We'll practice this more in the future. Okay, so again, sorry everyone for keeping you so long. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thank you for coming to class. I hope you all have a great week. Tam be it, everyone. Look forward to seeing you next week. Gat lai sao.
Bye bye.